Welcome to the Evening Shift Podcast. All right, it has been 10 minutes since the last episode. We had a smoke break.
It's been 1 week since she looked at me. No?
And that'll be all for today, everybody.
Wow.
All
All
right,
right, yeah,
thank
thank
you
you
for
for
stopping
stopping
by. Just a quick refresher, clearing the camera so that, I don't run into the usual tech issues I normally run into.
Oh, yeah, where we run out of space.
I moved them to the computer so that, So we just finished recording episode 15. This is now episode 16. Last episode, we talked about some, you and me talked about some work stuff that we've had to deal with for the last,
Yeah, where we've been.
a
essentially.
couple of months of stuff.
I
and,
liked episode 15.
Talked about Resident Evil a lot, and
It was
Yeah.
good.
Blizzard
It was
and
good.
some other games and stuff.
Let's try not to open that can of worms again because we can keep talking about
Just
Resident
know
Evil.
whenever you're ready to go back, you let me know.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I got you, brother. I got you.
hmm
Yeah, this one is we're kind of just picking up where we left off. Literally, we're just back
Yeah,
to
we'll
back.
we'll just try not to talk about Resident Evil again because that'll
No,
take...
no, you just heard them. We're picking up where we left off. So let's say they kill off, just real quick,
No.
let's say they killed off Leon. They said, you know what? Spoiler alert, we're bringing out DLC, and in DLC, he dies in a copter flight back. Leon's gone, right? Who would take over?
Chris.
No,
No.
Hunk.
no, I
No,
don't.
He's dead.
Exactly. Who
Yep.
would take over, though?
Oh, there was so much debate. You know that little 1v1 fight you have with that other guy with the tomahawk?
Yeah, Hunk.
There's so much debate on him not actually being Hunk.
Well, because no, it is Hunk, but
It is.
his body's gone. If you go back to the top and look at the broken glass,
He's not
he's
there.
gone.
Yeah,
yep,
he's not there.
that's right.
He's like
Hunk
the one
still
character
lives.
they refuse to fucking kill.
He is the character that doesn't die in situations where he should have died.
Right? Yeah, and that's like his whole
Yep,
background.
that's his whole shtick.
Yeah, that's essentially Hunk.
Yeah, that is.
That's how he goes into situations.
He's awesome.
And do you know the balls you have to be like imagine you're an Umbrella soldier and you see that was a Discord
was that?
notification.
Yeah, why did I hear a Discord note? Oh, it's because we're plugged into my computer.
Oh, yeah, but like just imagine being the dude that sees Leon, the survivor of Raccoon City,
Wow.
the guy that took out an entire
they hear that?
cult.
I actually don't know. I guess I'm
I guess
gonna
we'll
find out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like you see this dude who survived Raccoon City, took out an entire cult by himself in
Mhm.
fucking Mexico.
Yep.
Of all, just out of fucking nowhere, survived an outbreak in fucking China, fucking
China.
that one town I can't remember that starts in Resident Evil, shall not be named,
hmm
and just seeing him come towards you with a tomahawk, and your first thought is bet tomahawk, like
Yeah, dude's awesome. Dude's awesome. Actually,
This is finally a worthy opponent.
Straight up.
quick
This battle
quick
shall
way to
be
kill him.
legendary.
He cannot dodge automatic fire.
yeah, no, you just gotta unload.
Handgun, he can. Shotgun, yeah, all day long. He will
Yeah.
Neo that shit. But if
But-
you have like anyone in the machine guns, he cannot dodge it.
I'm gonna be honest though, I didn't use a gun the whole time. I was like, oh,
Me
bet,
too.
that's how we're doing this.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how we're doing
Me
this.
too. I fired.
I feel like if you use a gun during that fight,
You're a coward.
you just
I fired one round from my handgun, and he went full Neo Matrix on me. I was like, all right, it's tomahawk on tomahawk. Let's go.
But I did the same thing in the new God of War games too. Like anytime Baldur popped up, I was like, all right, bet axe is going in the ground. Let's fucking go, dude. Like,
That's what I do in
like
Crimson
unless it was a
Desert, too.
cutscene, I've boxed him, dog. Like that. And okay, full disclosure, don't do that.
yeah,
The
I'm gonna say,
boss
I'm,
fight takes so
I'm sitting here
long.
like,
does
I'm
take
sitting here like,
so
why would you go
long.
through
But
that?
it's such a I love the knockout fucking drag out, just fucking throwing hands, dude. That's my favorite.
Nothing gets him going like fisting
And
a
Heimdall
man.
got what he fucking deserved. In that
Heimdall
game.
got what he fucking deserved. Heimdall was a punk ass bitch.
Yeah, in the games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, the second one was so underwhelming though. Like the Heimdall fight should have been more epic than that. They build it the fuck up. You have to go get a spear just to fight him. A special spear, you have to go through bullshit to get it, and then you get it, and when you fight him, it's like, this
Throw
is
spear
so
three
underwhelming.
times, hit
Yeah,
triangle.
this is
Throw
so
spear
underwhelming.
three times, hit triangle.
Yeah.
Circle. Throw spear three times, hit triangle.
You know what's
Like,
funny is just real quick in the Sony games, Horizon Zero Dawn, phenomenal.
Loved it.
Forbidden West, I thought was boring, just garbage.
It was kind of lame.
God of War,
Awesome.
phenomenal. Ragnarok,
Yeah.
What is going on?
I like
what-
the continuation of the story.
Oh,
I like
Last
the
of
additions
Us.
to
First one,
Atreus.
great. Second
Awesome.
one,
I like the second one, but yeah, the
was
first one
in.
they couldn't top the first one.
No.
I like the extra stuff they added in the second Last of Us.
Yeah.
Like it felt like there was more survival aspects. You
Yeah,
know?
there were.
And like hell, if you pointed a gun at a dude that was coming at you with a bat, they'd think twice. They'd be like, wait,
Yep.
wait. But as soon as they heard a click,
I
they
just
rush
don't
you.
know what the sequelitis is. I don't know why.
Well, they did that
it
in the
seems
first
like,
one too from time to time.
Well, yeah, no, I know.
I don't know why it seems like here lately, they come out. You know what it is? They come out guns blazing. They go all in so that way they establish a new IP that you want to
And then
be
they
a
get
part
lazy
of,
on the second one.
and then they get lazy.
You know, I really wholeheartedly believe in the concept of there are some IPs and some games and franchises you just make one and you move on.
Yeah, there doesn't need to be a sequel. If something's successful, you don't have to make a sequel.
Last
you
of
did a
Us
great job.
didn't need a sequel.
No, it sure
Right.
didn't.
Were we excited to
Dishonored.
get one? Yes.
No.
Dishonored did not need a sequel.
No, yeah. Dishonored. they
Dishonored
could've
2
left
is
it.
still fun.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like, the Dishonored franchise is one of my favorite games. I've played all the DLCs. I've played all the games. I've gotten every single ending you can think of. I've platinumed every single game. I have the freaking tattoo on the back of my hand. Dishonored is one of my favorite games of all time. They did not need a second game.
No, it didn't.
See, you want to know one IP that deserved all 3 titles?
Hmm.
BioShock. The
I
first
yes.
BioShock was
Well,
awesome. The second BioShock was amazing.
I don't
the-
know why
the-
they needed Infinite though.
Yeah, I will
We
say
didn't need Infinite.
because like it didn't have anything to do with Rapture
Had
unless you
nothing
got
to
the
do.
DLCs.
Infinite was cool.
Yes, I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the game mechanics.
Well, here,
I didn't like the
here,
ending.
Here. If you think of BioShock Infinite as
Yeah,
kind of like
well,
its
here.
whole own standalone story,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
it's like it shares kind of like the BioShock name, then it's a lot better when you think about it like that.
That's how I
Mhm.
treated it.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
But then the
Exactly.
DLCs came out.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that DLC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
like-
didn't need it.
especially since they split
I
into
think
2
they-
parts and you had to buy both parts separately. That was bullshit.
That's a little gay.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was kinda, that was
I
kinda
think they
bullshit.
did it as damage control. I think they did it as a way to try to re-anchor you back into the BioShock,
I liked
and
that.
then did
okay.
nothing with it after
I
that.
will
but-
say I like that the DLCs kind of made you go, "Oh shit, they started the first game
yeah,
because of this bullshit."
yeah.
Like it's our fault. Like
It's Booker DeWitt's fault.
I mean, hell, like I'm gonna be honest, like my BioShock tattoo is still probably one of my favorite ones because BioShock will always be one of my favorite fucking titles ever.
The first one is
My most painful tattoo too, by the way.
the first one for me is phenomenal. It's a goat. They did a great job.
Mhm.
They came out. They did something different,
Mhm.
which is a radical thought today to come out and do something new and different.
The
And
second one will always be my favorite, hands down.
I don't know why. I really don't know why. I never wanted to play as a Big Daddy for
I
a full
loved it.
story campaign.
I loved it
I mean,
because like even though
and that's
you
the great thing about games is you
Well, like,
loved the
dude,
second one.
Here,
So
you know what threw me for BioShock 2 though?
Hmm.
And I didn't know this until Maokai pointed it out to me because Maokai was way heavier into BioShock than I was. Like I've never even played 1. I've only played 2 and Infinite.
what does he play? Like
I
There's a
read a
desert.
lot.
Overwatch.
I read a lot.
Hmm. Where's the sad
I
button?
also always had
Hit
a lot
that
more
sad
girlfriends than
button.
Maokai, so like usually that's what I was doing. I was hanging out with girlfriends.
Oh my god. Okay, no.
Well, you were
you're
concerned
gonna
yourself
go.
with bitches,
You're gonna
Ethan.
go with
I
the
was studying
whole.
the lore.
You're gonna go with guys. I don't really know about video games because I got bitches. Like,
Kind of
dude,
just were so fucking with you on that one.
you know how much booty I can speak personally. Anyways, you know how much booty I've gotten off of chicks that dug the same games that I did. I would mention a game, she'd be like, "Oh my god, no way, me too." And then we'd have a conversation like what me and Malachi had. Next thing you know, while I'm banging her, she's bringing up, "Wasn't it weird?" You damn right it was. You know? So no, you can have
But-
the best of
so,
both worlds.
anyways.
What I didn't realize was the Big Daddy you play in BioShock 2 was the guy you played in BioShock 1.
No.
That's wrong?
Mhm.
I could have sworn
yeah,
you told me that.
man,
Yeah.
no,
Because she hits you with the "Would you kindly" at the very beginning of it. And
no.
That's just how she talks.
But,
You're not
wait,
actually.
so
Okay, you
the guy
okay,
from
you
the
need to
first
explain that to
one-
me then because
Okay.
just to be just real clear though. So the ending of Infinite, you know the ending of Infinite, right?
It's
Each
been a
one
while.
ends with this idea of a multiverse.
Yeah.
So you can play each one individually from each other, but they're still tied together. You don't have to have played one to understand the other. All of them end into a multiverse.
so 2 is separate from 1.
Two separate from one. It happens in the same place after the events of one, but it's completely separate from one. So the second one takes place a long time after the events of the first game. Rapture's already like it is at the last of its days. Yeah, it's not a prequel.
Why?
So what it is you had the first one. It was phenomenal, right? Everybody loved it. We all gooned and glazed it. It was great. I got all 3 or 4 endings, however many there were. then people were like, we're hungry for more Rapture. We want to know what else is happening because they did a great job with just the world of Rapture.
World building of
Yeah.
Bioshock is so good.
It is so good. So what they did is they said, okay, well, people loved Big Daddy and they love Rapture. Well, because Rapture's still going on even after what's his name leaves.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, let's do a catch up. Here it is several years later. And so what the whole thing is that several years later, things have gone even deeper to shit.
Johnny Topside, by the way. That's your true identity. And I couldn't remember what it was. I knew it was something, but you were a deep sea diver off the coast of Iceland who heard of Rapture and applied to like go there. And some journalist writes a whole article about you. And whenever you do get to Rapture, you get thrown in fucking prison called Persephone. And that's when you get contracted out to become Subject Delta, which is a specific type of Big Daddy that can use plasmids.
I was about to say, wasn't Delta like one of the only ones of his kind?
One of the few. Yes.
So so Bioshock 2
you aren't
is,
the only Subject Delta. Like there's a
Yeah.
couple others, but they're outdated.
You fight like one, don't you?
Yes, he's actually your friend. He gets turned in. Remember, he's a
Oh,
dude.
that is
yeah,
so
you
much
remember.
sadder.
Yeah, he's your buddy that's helping you through the game
Fuck.
after a little bit, and then he gets turned into Subject Delta and gets fucked with, and then you have to put him down.
Yeah.
And I loved in Bioshock 2 how even though you are a Big Daddy, they still throw something at you to hunt you down.
I will admit
I
that
will
was,
say-
yeah.
The Big Sister fights were so
was
good.
probably one of my favorite
Sister
little
fights
were
aspects
so
of
good.
that.
Which was very interesting is the idea of, because we played the first one fearing Big Daddy. He was a big
Like
big dude.
you had
and-
to
yeah.
like make a strategy whenever you fought one of those guys.
So they
No,
upped the
I remember.
ante.
Yeah.
So they upped the ante of saying, "Oh yeah, you thought Big Daddy was alpha?" No.
I do like that they kind of did answer a question of what happens to the little sisters when
they
they
get
get older.
Yeah.
Like, so here was the issue with the Delta series. Okay. So the Delta series, they were bonded at like a molecular atomic level to their little sister.
Yeah.
But if something happened to either of them, then the other one would slowly start to die. That's why you also suffer, is because your connection, like I'm sure you remember kind of like suffering through the game, right? And if you get the good ending, you just die, you know?
Yeah.
It's because your link with Eleanor got severed when she gets kidnapped and you die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She's fine because, you know, her mom's that psychiatrist
so
lady
much
that
more
fucking
sense
takes
now.
care of her
Why
and
that?
shit.
Why like you're
But when
having,
you're
like
when you're brought back by a Vita chamber, which clones you using DNA samples, it's a long story,
Yep.
you don't have that connection anymore. And that's why you go through the game like suffering the whole time. And that's why the bad ending is Eleanor basically injecting you and taking your consciousness and all your atom into her so that you can live on. But you take control of Eleanor in the process and she's gone.
which by
That's
the
why
way,
it's a bad ending.
that's one of the few endings of a video game that genuinely like made me sad.
Yeah. Same.
Like that
I like-
ending is
My saddest
rough.
ending is still going to be Final Fantasy X.
Which one's Final Fantasy X?
It's me. Like,
Wow.
I'm not a big Final Fantasy guy.
yeah, I've played 15, 16, and
Play
that's it.
10. If however you can get it, you can play it on.
I do want to
about
look into
everything.
the Final Fantasy 7 remake after I get through 16. I was thinking about playing that.
Yeah, everybody goons 7. I thought 7 was okay, but
That's why I want to try it, because everybody, like, even Stuart
I
talks
thought-
up 7 a lot.
I thought 10
Sure
had
talks
a,
up every game he plays though.
I thought
Sorry,
10
man,
had
but
a-
you kind of like glaze whatever game.
Oh
you
my
play.
god, he does.
but I
He-
do love talking
he
to you about Final
over-
Fantasy, because he does.
He oversells a lot.
Hey,
a
he
He's
lot
hey,
of games.
Hey, he's
Stuart-
been in a lot of sales jobs in his
Stuart
life.
fills
It's just
me
a natural
in
habit of
on
him.
like all the stuff that doesn't make sense in Final Fantasy. I'll be like, hey, so who the fuck is this guy? He'll be like, oh, okay, so that, you know, like,
I mean,
Hey,
really,
Real
like,
quick, so I'm sorry, y'all. This is probably going to turn into a Bioshock episode, just slightly. I know
Oh, wow.
we're like 15 minutes in already talking about Bioshock.
I think we got him back into BioShock.
I might have to play the first one and second.
I have it
one
on my
again.
Steam library.
Yeah, because like
I have the first I have the first remastered and the original.
I was like, I own all of
Don't
them,
ask me
the
why I have both.
originals and the remasters.
Yeah.
okay, so David has enlightened me on the fact that like all three games are not directly tied to each other. They're just kind of like multiversal. Yeah.
Well, no.
The endings are multiversal. So, like,
Yeah.
the first two obviously are because they both happen in Rapture.
Okay, so those two are connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
The,
And then
the
what
know
they
that.
second
did
one
with it,
takes place like 10 years after Rapture kind of
so
falls.
BioShock Infinite is a cute play on words because of the ending where they show you that there's an infinite universes
Yeah.
of Raptures, and there's an infinite universe of what you went through of Bookers. There's an infinite universe of all these happening at the same time, but in different ways.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, didn't need to happen. I didn't really care. I never once thought how many universes is this happening in, but whatever.
Quick question. Why the fuck are we in Rapture in the first game?
Okay, so you're in Rapture in the first game.
You not played the first one?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so Ethan, here's the fucked up thing. From at the beginning, here's the
But
impression.
I know
that
you're like
put
mind
under.
controlled.
You're
Yeah.
no, you're
Oh, no.
you're a
Here,
genetically
Ethan,
created weapon
let me
to
start
beat
pulling,
Ryan.
Hold on, let me start pulling this thread.
Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead,
I'm gonna
go
have
ahead.
to start pulling this
Yeah.
thread, Ethan.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the beginning, your thought process, which you're told at the beginning, you're gonna go see your family. The plane crashes next to the lighthouse that has the entrance to Rapture, and then you go down to Rapture.
To
You
be
do all
clear,
this
you
bullshit.
weren't on your way to Rapture. You were going.
Yeah,
where
you were going
God
somewhere
knows
the fuck
where.
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's slowly revealed to you that you are a genetically engineered super soldier commissioned by Andrew Ryan himself to obey every command. Would you kindly is the activation phrase.
Yeah.
When you're on the plane, opening up your stuff,
The
you
letter.
get something from Andrew Ryan that says, would you
Would
kindly,
you kindly.
activates you, you crash the plane.
Yep.
Go to Rapture. But the dude that's helping you at the beginning of the game in BioShock 1
But don't-
knows all.
if he hasn't played it, don't get too much away. I want him to experience it and process it
Oh.
Okay,
himself.
hey. So I guess I'll pause this there.
Yeah, you
with the
don't-
BioShock talk.
Because
To explain to you what it is would ruin the whole game.
BioShock Infinite explains why that guy knows what he does
Yeah.
and why he's helping you.
Yeah.
And it's not for the reasons you think.
Yep.
I want to ask questions. Okay.
I know you do, but I also
No.
like kind of really want you to play
I'm
it
telling
too.
you, don't explain.
Here's-
You probably already explained so much, too much, that when he
Well,
plays the
so
game, the first time he hears
some of
"Would you
that-
kindly?"
Some of that. Well, I already knew all that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, that's when I got this tattoo. That's how I
Yeah,
explained
I
it to him.
wouldn't explain anything else.
So, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take a break from Crimson Desert.
yeah,
I'm going to download BioShock 1, 2, and probably just go ahead and play
Same.
I don't have
I'll go
to.
home and I'll play him too, and then our next podcast, I'll
Will-
have it still fresh, and you'll have
and
it fresh.
when I play games
and
like
so
that,
is he.
when I play games like that, I genuinely
I don't have to in my library. I had to buy it.
I'll buy it. I have a credit card.
Okay.
Yep.
What else am I going to use a credit card for? Groceries.
I think they're on sale for $4.99 right now. Anyways, so.
Hey,
But-
no, they're pretty
so,
cheap.
play through all the games,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm one of those people that like I'll grab every single bit of lore that I can find.
And you should,
and I'll
because
read
there's a lot of
everything and
audio
stuff.
tapes that explain a lot of the backstory.
Yeah, they even explain like why specific splicers are the way that they are
Yep.
as well,
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
and the issues with plasmids.
I'm going to segue us to this next little thing I want to talk about. What happened to games doing lore like that?
Right?
That's what I mean. Okay, so games today are very
Because real quick, I'll even say Crimson Desert doesn't have lore like that.
games today are very show don't tell. It looks really pretty, but there's no substance. UE5. So a lot of people are talking about how like, okay, look at Oblivion, compare Oblivion and Skyrim to other more open world games. In both those games, if you see it, you can touch it. You can go there. You can fuck with it. You can walk right up to Emperor, Google Pants and just, slay his ass in front of his entire, army. And now that's something that you got to deal with. And more modern games are like, ooh, can I go there? No, invisible wall. That's a nice plate of berries. Can I jack those berries? No, you can only look at it. You can
That's
look
a
at it.
texture.
Yeah. And so game developers today are just they're just brain dead and lazy. There, I
Like,
said it.
What happened to the love?
Yeah.
Of lore?
Oh, so
Right.
passion got exchanged for profit.
absolutely.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
there's no more passion.
That's
just
why-
who's
profit.
that's
you know
why
who's
you
the
have-
best fucking example of that too?
Hmm.
EA. Who's ready for another tangent of Malachi shitting on EA?
We got to be careful with Malachi because we found out real quick that you're not a fan of the Desert Jockeys, apparently, and you tend to get a little racist when it comes to anybody with an
Oh,
Xbox.
fuck's a desert
no,
jockey?
EA just got bought by
EA
yeah.
got bought by
I can't remember
Middle Eastern prince of some kind.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh my god.
But so like that's
EA
that's
is
one, I think
indicated.
that's one of the reasons why we've had like these last couple of years the rise of the indie developer.
So
Yeah.
indie developers are really right now the heartbeat of gaming.
Because like
Yeah.
When you want innovation, when you want passion,
When you want
great projects.
lore?
Yeah.
because like all these big AAA titles and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
like when gaming was popping off real good in like the early 2000s all the way to like 2000, we'll say like 2015 to be generous.
That's what I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
too.
It's like when games are coming out left and right, and they had good lore, they had good story, they were fun, they had all these great mechanics, and they were like
That's
good
what we got.
IPs were coming out between that time.
God of War and
the God of War
shit
franchise,
like that.
Ratchet and Clank franchise,
It's so
Jack and
funny.
Daxter franchise.
UE5 and other tools are you
For
have
those
NVIDIA.
of you who don't know, when he says UE5, he's talking about the Unreal Engine, the 5th edition of it, right?
It's on. Yeah, it's like Unreal Engine 5.8 now, or 5.7.
It's a gaming engine that
So-
they use to make video games.
So the problem that we're having is you have engines like Unreal Engine 5 that have streamlined so many tools, but yet you still hear developers talking about how hard it is to make games. Here's the problem. A producer once said, limitation breeds creativity. So what do when you have consoles like the Series X and PS5, which I would argue, fight me in the comments if you want, are probably the most optimized consoles we have ever had launch. Like, they are actually very well balanced. They're powerful. The CPU still holds up.
PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, when you compare it to something like just what we just had in the PS4 and Xbox One, where they were using mobile off-the-shelf parts and they were underpowered as hell, and there's no way they were going to last. I would say there's probably still, I could see another 3 or 4 years out of the PS5 and Series X.
Hey, real quick, just because I'm going to clip this as a TikTok. Angel, get off your phone. Continue.
So when you have an engine like UE5 that has so many tools in its suite to help streamline development.
I need to do one too. Marilyn, get the fuck off your phone. There you go.
You got anybody you need to call out to being on your phone?
Brittany,
No.
get back to no.
So when you have an engine like Unreal Engine 5 streamlining the process, and you hear all the time about all the tools and the suites to help streamline with Nanite and Lumen, all these things, you don't have to go in and bake the lighting anymore. You don't have to set up probes. You have Lumen. Lumen does a job for you. You have Nanite for the message and geometry. The should, in theory, optimize itself as you go along with development. All these tools to help streamline development. You have good, beefy consoles still. The problem is there's too many options. And their minds racing now. These minds racing. What can we do? What can we do? And things get lost in the sauce. Whereas back in the day when you had limited hardware, this is what you had. This is what you could develop on. People had to actually fucking try.
That's the same issue that I have pretty much with the whole Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. Back when he was just an indie developer, those games were fucking golden.
They were fucking golden.
As soon as he went AAA,
yep.
You want to know something that
it's choice
I've
paralysis
said before that I still wholeheartedly stand by?
Hmm.
There was no lore in Five Nights at Freddy's until Matt Pat started talking about it, and then he purposefully started adding lore stuff.
Yep. Yeah,
Like the first game was just him making a game.
Just making a game. Yeah.
And then Matt Pat started talking about it, and he's like,
Well,
we could do this
And
this
you
now.
could argue that when he first started making them, he was passionate about this project.
Yeah.
This was his project. He was passionate about wanting to see if other people resonated with it, like how he felt. And then it got successful.
Yeah,
and then that
even-
passion got pushed aside.
even
Now
Game
it's just
Theory
profit.
even brushed on that a little bit in
Mhm.
some of their videos, just like how it stopped being a passion project and then started being a job.
There is an
Yeah.
interview of the OG team at Bungie, but right after Halo 1
rest
came out. Yeah. Rest them, they were heroes.
Yeah.
Should we do a moment of silence?
All right.
They were heroes. Okay, listen. So they were interviewed after the first game. They immediately, these Chads, went right back in and started doing the second Halo, right? And they were interviewed about it. And you know what they said? They were like, it was a project we were passionate about. We weren't even sure it was going to be successful. What we wanted to see, we loved it. We wanted it to happen. We're glad it resonated with the gamers, not the consumer, which is what we're all called today. Gamers.
Yeah.
Now you talk to Bungie and they're like, time is money, so I want to be making that money.
That's probably one of the biggest issues right now. I think in the game.
That's why Marathon only had like maybe 1 million players total.
For a brief moment.
A hot second, yeah.
It's just like passion left video games. And like I know we've touched on topics on this topic pretty much every other episode.
With like Assassin's Creed.
We talk about how like, go gaming's not the same anymore or not. It's like I wouldn't like
And then I
Of
get
course,
called a
we're
gatekeeper.
still getting good games from time to time. Sure,
Yeah,
you know,
But that ratio is so ass
It's
now.
the
dude.
ratio
God,
is
Like for
bad.
every one good game we get,
You got to
we
endure
got
10.
3 more that were promised
Like-
to us that are just completely ass.
like how are you gonna get mad at somebody for liking a friend swap game like Repo, for instance?
right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Repo's
When
hilarious
you have
with friends.
Like
What's
games like
sad-
Skull and Bones coming out by Ubisoft, and it's just fucking sucks.
What's sad is
right?
when a game like Repo can pop off and be as successful as it is, and I'm not saying it's not a good game in its own right, probably a good game. It would
I
have made a
wasn't calling
great
you out, by the way. For
no. It would have made a great Flash game back in the day for sure.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
But the problem is the standards are so fucking low today that a game like that can be so phenomenal. Again, nothing against it. Sounds like I'm talking down on it, but I'm not. It's just that when you have so much slop, you'll take a slop less
That's
of a
not
game.
our fault, though.
No, it absolutely
Yeah,
is.
as gamers and consumers, it's not our fault that that bar is so
No,
fucking low
it
now.
absolutely is. You're
Because
wrong.
we are all in the same boat of just please give us a finished,
No.
good product.
No, you're wrong.
That's all anybody wants is something
100%
finished and good.
If
We're not getting
that-
anything finished.
If that was the case, we wouldn't be getting them. Publishers have to answer to investors. And if we keep buying the same Assassin's Creed game every single year,
Flicker?
Mhm.
are you having a stroke?
No, I thought it flickered.
If we keep buying Assassin's Creed every year it comes out, to make more Assassin's Creeds, because that's what investors like to see. People are buying them up still, like it or not.
I'm gonna agree with David on this.
Madden, people buy the new Madden every year, so they're going to keep making a new Madden every year, and it's going to continue being garbage. Same with FIFA, same with Call of Duty and Battlefield. I mean, Battlefield, DICE doesn't exist anymore. Team Battlefield does. Why? Because Battlefield is the slop they buy every single year from EA.
We are the reason why live service is the standard in
Yeah.
gaming.
Every time y'all play Overwatch, you know what they're looking at?
Yeah.
Oh, they still love live service games.
Like they're still playing it.
They're still playing Call
Like-
of Duty. How many stupid motherfuckers bought
Here-
Black Ops 7?
I would like to give a really good example. Peak, when it was created and came out by Landfall Crap Studios and
Mhm.
whatever, AgroCab, Landfall, when they made Peak, it was supposed to be one and done. They
Yeah.
were not going to do anything else. They weren't going to do any more updates, nothing. And there was such a high demand from the community that was playing Peak, they decided to push out occasional updates, yeah?
Yeah.
To a point where when people started getting pissy about there not being enough updates and whatnot, the people like at AgroCrab literally had to tweet them and said like, hey, we're not live service. You
Yeah.
get what you get.
That's right.
And essentially, I agree, practically called that person stupid for thinking they were a live service game. And then, I follow them on TikTok and stuff because I love their little
Same.
spokesperson they
Yeah.
have because she's funny as shit.
She's hilarious.
But like her pretty much like going on there and explaining like, hey, y'all, we're not live service. We are an indie studio. We like to work on other projects. We like to, make something creatively and push it out for people
Here's
to
a
enjoy.
list of everything we've done. Yeah.
We're not live service. Peak is not our end all be all. Like we'll still push updates for it from time to time, but like we're like there will be a point probably soon. We're just not going to touch the game anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And
that's what indie developers do. They make a game, they push it out. It's like art. They make an art piece.
Mm-hmm.
They put it out in the world. They
Yeah.
start on their next one.
That's
Move on
right.
to the next canvas. Yeah.
And the thing is, there's going to be people, maybe, possibly, that are listening to this, and they're going to really hate me for what I said about we are the reason why games are slop.
We still are. I agree
And
with that.
I'm going to go one step further because I absolutely fucking hate Bungie now. We created this Bungie.
Especially
created it.
after what they did to Destiny. bro.
Destiny 1 came out, and when Destiny 1 came out, phenomenal. I loved it. I thought it was a good game. The direction they took it, though, was
Keep going. I'm
garbage.
just gonna reset the camera real
But
quick.
now here's the problem. Destiny 1 came out. We all loved it. They did a great job. We had our Bungie back. You guys did it. This is going to be the next big series for Bungie. Then they started introducing all these new coins and vendors and skins, right? And
Right.
what did the gaming community do instead of crying out against it? You fucking bought the coins. You bought the skins.
Yeah, there's
you
like
fed
5
it.
different fucking currencies. in
You
that game,
fucking
dude.
fed Bungie, and you told them, yes, Daddy, this is what we want more of. So then they made Destiny 2, and they upped the ante. And then those motherfuckers kept buying the Ingrams and the skins and the shaders. And now we have
motherfuckers.
and exactly. So you
We're
see,
motherfuckers.
so you see what I mean, though. We as a community of gamers created what we're in right now. We are waist deep in shit that we ourselves created, and there's no one to blame. Not the investors, not the developers, not the publishers. Us. We're the ones that kept throwing money at them, saying, "Yeah, this is what we want," and so they just kept making what we were asking for.
Fuck EA still.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely fuck EA.
You know, real quick. So we are officially at the 30-minute mark of this episode, which means usually we're about halfway. We do 1 hour episodes now instead of like our 1.5 to 2 hours like we started with because Ethan cannot sit there and edit that long.
He's raging IBS.
But I think this was probably the most passionate topic we've done, where all three of us were actually like actively engaged in it all at the same time.
Because like
And Bioshock.
I
Yeah,
agree.
Bioshock. God.
But I also I agree that it's our fault as gamers.
Yeah.
But I also believe that AAA developers they just care about the money. They don't give a fuck about actually making a good game for us no more. Because I mean, how many games have we like gone through and tried
Real
to play
fast.
that?
I have an idea.
Yeah.
ADD break.
Yeah.
Let's do a tattoo explanations.
What?
Tattoos. Quick ADD break. Just something random, and then we'll get back on the topic.
Okay.
Oh, I can't show mine.
You don't. Oh yeah, that tramp stamp.
I have a sword right here. It's actually Talion's short blade from Shadow of War. That's Maokai's wife Sarah made with Maokai's name written in dragon language on it. This was our 20-year-old. This was our 20th.
Yeah, we were 20.
tattoos. My wife designed a shield with the Celtic cross for family, and it says Ethan in the dragon language from Skyrim all around it too. I have the Doomslayer in blue, which technically would be the Sentinel mark right there. And then me, Maokai, and actually our youngest sibling, or not our youngest, our younger sister Piper, has the suicide awareness ribbons with our brother Dustin, which was our first brother that passed away. Which we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. If you know us personally, we talked about it before.
Good for you guys. Positivity messaging. A quick break for a positive message.
Maokai, you have a couple others, though, too.
Oh yeah, no, I got like 7.
You
in
have
total.
Wrath from
yeah.
Far Cry.
So yeah, I got Wrath from Far Cry 5. Whenever you're kidnapped by that one dude and he
I love Far Cry
just
5.
graves into your arm. I talked about my Bioshock tattoo already. It says, "Would you kindly?" Has the chain on it.
Yep.
That was fucking painful, by the way.
Oh, I bet
Out
it
of all
was.
my tattoos.
Oh, I bet it
my
was.
smallest one was the most painful.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the Oblivion Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts. My wife has Oathkeeper because they're part of the same set, and that was our couple tattoo idea. Then we got a Dungeons & Dragons tattoo that's unfinished. We're still working on.
Well, let me see it.
I forgot you had that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're working on it.
That's going to be
And
awesome.
then
Oh yeah, once we finally get all the color and everything
Mhm.
the
finished.
one on your arm.
Which one? Oh, that. Oh yeah, and I got my oldest daughter's name in Viking runes tattooed.
Fun fact, I actually, through Ancestry, discovered that me and Maokai have way more Viking in us than I originally anticipated.
You know,
Like a lot.
I found out
Yeah.
that I am majority Irish and Scottish, and I am greater than whatever this means. So I am like 30-something% Irish, another 30% something Scottish,
Go figure. 3 white guys might be Irish.
20% German, some Poland, and this is a new one because mine gets updated all the time. You know,
Same.
it's greater than 1% Jewish.
Ashkenazi. Yeah?
Yeah.
Ashkenazi Jewish?
No, I have no idea.
It's probably Ashkenazi.
I keep meaning to like click on it and go further in, but yeah, greater than 1% Jewish, whatever that means.
I discovered that we actually, this might rock your world a little bit. We have more Scottish in us than we do Irish.
See, I have more Irish than Scottish.
Wow.
We
That
also
would explain the yelling.
Wow.
we also have Welsh.
That
Yeah,
would
so do
definitely
I.
explain the yelling.
So do I, but I think it's just a byproduct. I'm not sure.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So about 40% of our genetic makeup is, the European area, specifically the European area that had the
Who would have figured?
with the Anglo-Saxon. So, it's the
Mhm.
hodgepodge of like the predates, the Germans, the French, the Scots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of where I tracked most of ours. And I was able to trace it to where primarily it was Vikings.
Hmm.
Vikings when they were first coming over to the Saxonry and, doing all that fun stuff. That's where I traced us. It's kind of like where our family kind of like got its big kickstart.
Okay.
That checks.
All right.
Vikings. Wow.
ADD breaks over.
Huh.
Sorry, I felt like, just throwing in a little random thing right there.
No, that was a really positive message. I kind of like we're sitting here talking about how negative the gaming landscape is right now, and you guys want to take a moment to show the people, show the young generations of men out there who love playing video games that you can be a fucking nerd and still get some ass. These two are married. They have kids. Okay? They got the tail. even though they're nerds.
Yeah, I'm fucking hilarious, dude. That's how I pull. Like,
Funny looking.
Yeah, me too. Wow. Wait a minute.
you have the
Wait a minute.
same
Yeah,
fucking
I
Was
face.
know.
that a self-burn for the win?
That's the joke. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but David, what do you think? I've been trying something new, growing that out.
No, I like it.
Really?
Yeah, well, oh, you're doing it too, though. Maybe you shouldn't.
Krista wanted me to do this.
I was about to
again.
say I was like, you really did. Yeah, I just noticed
So,
that
like,
too.
Krista likes it whenever I have like this going on because with my long hair,
Okay,
she says,
we
like, it
don't
makes
need
me
to
look
know.
like a Spanish conquistador.
I was about to say, yeah, it looks like you're about to bust into the
Yeah.
bedroom going, I am Rakigo.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
look, with like the hair down and stuff. She says, I
My
look
name is
like,
Indigo Montoya.
It's really weird to
I
have
look
that
like a Spanish
much.
conquistador.
It's really weird to have that much Scottish in you, yet you look like a.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of Spain. Don't hit my router. Quit fucking with the router.
So Isabella had sex with Patrick, and then you were born.
No, I think it would have.
You would be crazy. Like
It would have been more like Olaf.
Well, okay, so like
no, it's been we've been
the way
Patrick.
Pawpaw has told it to me before, that's not too terribly far off.
I know.
It was reverse. Like okay, so like Pawpaw told me at one point that we've descended all the way back from an Irish princess and a Spanish prince that got together, and that's what makes a good chunk of our heritage,
Mm,
That-
wow.
Yeah, I can see it.
or
Mhm.
at least the Gonzalez side of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like there's still a whole section of like the Nichols that
That's Nick Coles.
like as best as I can trace it, our family last name comes from the it's pretty much the Americanized version of the German last name Niklaus.
Klaus.
Klaus.
Wow.
As best as I can trace it right now.
Klaus, get back in Zepenza.
There's like a couple of other little like
I
test
know where my
things and
mind was now.
ancestry things I want to do to try to better get a handle on our family ancestry because like us as a family, we don't fucking know.
We're a melting pot, dude.
I know we are a
I have
huge
a-
melting pot in our family.
I have a history book and a museum in New Jersey, so I already know
yeah,
where
like
I come from.
like he's cool.
Like I had to,
Like most of the
I
people
had to
I
get
know,
permission
they were like,
to
oh
an-
yeah, no, we were this, and like
I
our
had to
family,
give
like, nobody could give me the same
permission
answer.
to an entire state to allow them to open up a museum for my family. Because I was I'm the next one like in line.
Next in kin.
Yeah, so I had to give permission. But no, so my mind just right back. Tattoos, cool. Touch grass, got ass. Phenomenal. Great messaging for the younger generations. But back on gaming sucks. I want to talk about the recent developments for both Sony and Microsoft. And I want to get you guys' opinion on a three-parter here.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we going to talk about Microsoft buying Steam?
No, that was stupid. It's not real.
Okay, cool. Because I
It
don't.
was an
I
it was an April
didn't-
Fool's.
I didn't
No,
really.
no. Okay,
yeah.
so we know now AMD let the cat out of the bag. They've been working on and they're ready. They're ready when Sony says that they want to go. They're ready for the PlayStation 6. They have the chip, right? So we know the PS6 is real. We know that the hardware has already been like established, laid out, and AMD has the fab ready to roll. Okay? Well, now we also know that Microsoft has this stupid ass console idea where it's just going to be a PC now. You'll be able to play your Steam games on it. It's just a PC.
Yeah.
So basically,
Oh, yeah, we crossed that bridge
Microsoft.
already, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Microsoft has quit being a console manufacturer. They're out of the game because it's not a console anymore, and it's estimated to cost like $1,000. Based on the hardware specs that we do know for sure. So that's absolutely, and I'm going to use the hard R, retarded. And we know that they're going to come out with basically a PC in a box. So it's going to be kind of like with the Steam box,
Yeah,
Gabe's idea.
The Steam console.
Only Xbox. So it's going to be like the ROG Xbox Ally X, where it's Windows or a variant of Windows with the Xbox big screen experience laid over it. Again, harder, retarded. And so we had these in mind. Well, now Sony is saying that they're seriously looking at console exclusives again. No more. In fact, I think it's already official that they're not going to be putting first-party games on Steam anymore. They're done. So no more that 1 year on PS5, then PC gamers get it. They're going to be done with it, which would make sense if Microsoft is just being a bitch and making a PC.
Competitively, That's a smart idea.
I love it. I absolutely love it because what it'll do is it'll bring people back to the ecosystems. Remember, we grew up in times where consoles had exclusives, and we bought a console based on the games that are going to be on that console because you couldn't get it anywhere else.
Me wanted an Xbox 360 so bad because we could play Left 4 Dead,
Gears of War, Halo, Left 4 Dead, all of them. If back then everything was just on PC and PlayStation 2, you wouldn't have bought a 360, and then we wouldn't have had that great generation as successful as it.
But we also wanted a
was.
PlayStation so we could play God of War, Jack and
Yeah.
Daxter, Ratchet and Clank.
So these are big money makers for these people, and I think it could be a net positive for Sony, especially. Microsoft's talking now about doing console exclusives, but they're not releasing a console. Technically, it's just a PC, so I'm not sure how that would work out. But I think overall, it's a net positive. I want to see console exclusives come back. I've heard a lot of people on YouTube talk about if this happens, expect more expensive games, but I don't buy that. I think what we're going to see is a rebirth of the smaller $60 titles instead of huge, expensive. Because think about it. Let's say the PS6 comes out and they decide for the PS6, no more PC, no more on Xbox. You have to buy a PS6 or a PS5 to play our new games. Okay. Let's say the install base is, let's just lowball it, 85 million is the install base, right? Between PS5 and PS6, the PS6 is new. The adoption rate's always slow in the beginning. So let's say 100 million. As a developer, you have to think, well, not all 100 million are going to buy this game. And if it's only going to be on PlayStation, I'm not selling, but maybe best case scenario, 30, 40 million copies. That's going to lower your budget. That lowers your scope a little bit. Now you're not making it for PS5, Xbox,
Not having
PC.
to worry about optimizing it across 3 different.
Exactly. You always have the
that's,
same.
I know that's a pain in the ass, especially to port something from another
And
console
then
to
imagine the games that have
like PC.
cross-play and cross-platforming and stuff that
Yeah.
also have
And that's
to deal
always
with
And
that always
before
is a pain in the
any
ass.
armchair engineer in comments or watching the video think to themselves, well, yeah, but the hardware is basically the same for PS5 and Xbox Series X. The hardware is, but the API, draw calls, the way it compiles the shaders, it's all completely different. So I think it's going to be a net positive to go back to console exclusives. I would love to see it. I want to see Sony buy up Capcom and Rockstar. I want to go back to PS2 days where
If we
Resident
don't
Evil
get
was
a
on
new Little
PlayStation.
Big Planet with the new PlayStation, I'm gonna be upset.
Bro, I don't see that happening. No,
Didn't the
Astrobot
studio
is-
close?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Hey,
yeah,
besides, they replaced Little Big Planet with Astrobot.
You know what's another studio I remembered closed up and that I'm really upset about?
No.
That I remembered?
Say it.
THQ.
I knew you were gonna say it too,
Dude, they've...
man.
Yeah.
THQ. For those of you that don't know, THQ did a lot of dope shit
What was
back
the other
in
one?
the
Oh
day.
my God,
Mad
you go-
Dog? Was that what it's called?
Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog's still
No, they're,
around,
they're still a
dude.
thing.
No, they're not.
No.
No.
Wait.
No, they're
I mean,
not.
you would be mistaken for thinking
no,
Naughty
no,
Dog
no.
is gone.
No,
but
no, no, because Naughty Dog did.
The Last of Us Part 2. And it tanked so fucking hard that they buried their head in the sand and they just gone back to remaking the one,
Naughty Dog
making
did
1 and
Jack
2.
Daxter.
No.
And Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I was going to say. I know they did Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then they did Last of Us Part 1 and 2, and 2 tanked so
Oh, yeah,
fucking
Naughty Dog's
hard.
Still around, yeah.
Like, okay, so
Okay, yeah,
2
yeah, yeah.
sold well, but it was not received well.
Yeah.
It was received so poorly that they went and buried their head in the sand and just gave us more remakes and remasters of The Last of Us 1 and 2 over and over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should have known better. I don't feel bad for the company. But anyway, so here's what I'm thinking. As a PC gamer, though, this is from a PC gamer's perspective. I want to see console exclusives come back simply because of the fact that all you fucking e-thoughts and dweebs will get the fuck off of PC because y'all only came to PC because it was easier to stream your fucking games while wearing your bunny ears. You guys will leave my fucking hobby alone. You'll go back to console, and then PC hardware prices can drop back down again where they used to be. I miss the good old days where it was commonplace for a PC game to come out day one, $10 cheaper than the console version. Why? More people were on console. So we got our games cheaper. Our hardware was cheaper. We were living good, okay? And then all these motherfuckers thought to themselves, oh my God, a pair of bunny ears and a mic? Twitch, baby. And they bought a PC. And they all started streaming on PC. They all started doing the fucking rainbow puke in their PCs. Everybody's going with the 4-sided glass cases because it's a fucking decorative piece now for their fucking streams, and I'm like, nah, dog. Tell me it ain't Chubb. You got bunny ears?
Yelling bad dog.
Yeah, probably.
It's either that or da.
I look at the PC landscape now, and all I can think of is how much you guys have fucked my hobby into the ground. I'm looking at PC cases now that are 4-sided windows so they can show off the same build everybody else in the goddamn community does. Y'all do the same fucking build. It's the same ABC build, every one of you. And you throw in some rainbow puke, and boom, now you're a streamer. It's made the prices too damn expensive.
RGB LEDs in my fucking PC. You can see it
Oh,
from my desk.
fuck me
Look at the
sideways.
glowing-
But y'all had to know that.
I like the glowy. I just like the lights and stuff.
like,
when
here's
I'm
Y'all
the
in
had
my
to have
room.
known that my enthusiasm for console exclusives had to do with PC. Come on now.
Like, I do too, but I don't fucking mess with it. I don't fucking give a shit. It's been green since I bought it.
It really has to. Though.
I was looking at
Mostly because I don't give enough of a shit to find out how to change the color.
I was looking at some PC builds on like a couple channels out there where they do.
All I
builds.
know
Hang
is
on.
that if the light goes from green to blue, the computer's about to set on fire.
Gabe is getting really pissed off about something.
some violence never hurt nobody.
he's upset.
But no, I
I think he's
keep
trying to break
looking-
in. I think that
keep-
might be why he's getting
You know what
upset.
really set me off to want to talk about this is I was looking at I can't remember what the influencer's name is because it's insignificant. Because if all this pans out the way I think it will, they'll drop PC and go back to console in a heartbeat because they're just grifters. But his build was a 3-sided glass case. He called it the Snow White build because it was all white, just like the couple hundred others that did an all white build.
Who did?
Dude, some insignificant streamer, but it was all white.
My watch told me to get moving.
Nothing else decorative in the build, just that it was all white. That was the big point, right?
That wasn't enough.
But he had RGB all over the damn thing that he could turn to a light blue. I'm like, bro. I remember back in the day where we had badass gamer cases. The case was the centerpiece. It wasn't glass, so you could look at your hardware with fucking RGB in it.
It was metal.
It was
In case if
metal.
you dropped the bitch, everything in it was fine.
Bro, you could assault someone with it, and I mean, and it was intuitive, like the engineering that had to go into these cases for them to not only look badass, but to have good airflow too.
Right? Because like you remember my first computer that I built with a couple of our buddies. I like that fucking thing was a hodgepodge of electrical tape and bullshit, and it outperformed so much
And
shit.
that's how real PC gaming used
I
to be.
remember that and like watching
Yeah.
all y'all sitting at the coffee table in the living room, just like putting it together.
Yep, I'm telling you, man. That's how PC gaming used to be. It used to be a bunch of guys just coming together. We were throwing things together. I built one that my friend named the Frankenstein. It was a low profile back in the day when you had low pros, right? Office computer. I bought a graphics card that was way too big for this son of a bitch. Power supply too. I cut out an opening where the power supply would sit in, so I could still close the lid for whatever reason, right? And I could close the lid, and then the power supply, I used 3M tape to tape it to the lid. And there was enough slack so that when you opened it, it opened like one of those old school Trans Am hoods where it opened forward, and I had a little thing to prop it so you could do work on it. And dude, that's what PC gaming used to be about. It wasn't these boutique femboy builds. It was sharp edges. There was blood. In your PC building kit, Band-Aids were a must.
Yes. I had a mini box fan that I had duct taped to the top of it because the airflow wasn't enough.
Yes, dude.
So I took the top cover off and just duct taped it to it.
I had a build where I did that. Pro tip, either take off or cut vent slots in the back panel so that the air just flows through.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
because my issue was they were just like the fans were not strong enough, and I
Yep.
kept overheating depending on the game I was playing. So I was like, "Fuck this!"
Oh,
I
yeah.
just set it on top, duct
I
taped
think I
it
remember
to it,
you
and then
texting me a picture of that.
yeah, I was just like, "Hey, new PC setup." Like,
I had a CPU that back in the day, brand new, it was like 2.6 gigahertz was the speed. And if you took some electrical tape and covered one of the contacts on the bottom of the CPU before you installed it, it would boost it up like 2 or 3 bins higher. So you bought like a $200 CPU that performed like the $600 version that they had. Yeah, I'm telling you, jank was the name of the game back then.
if it
It was
ain't broke,
awesome.
don't fix it.
It was awesome, dude. No, if it ain't broke, keep
You know what
working
I
on
just
until
had
it
a
does
thought of?
break.
I really need to move that second monitor
We were talking about
back
that.
over there.
Oh.
Yeah, we were talking about that because of the way that you have your arms on your router.
So like that was my second monitor. I had it mounted up on the wall there, and like I want to move it back over there because I would have like Discord up there,
Mhm.
so that I didn't have to be tabbed out to look at my freaking Discord. Or
Yeah.
like for instance, when I officially kind of like tried to start streaming and stuff, I'd have all my stream overlay and everything right there, so I could see what's going on, make sure everything looks good, watch chat. Because I don't understand how people can play games and have like the chat rolling on their screen at the same time.
Dude, it's
I'd be
called
paying
dual
attention-
monitor.
I'd be paying
I'm
attention
still
too much to
blown
it.
away that you don't have a dual monitor setup.
You know what? I've been thinking about it.
I keep telling everybody dual monitor, and here's the thing: you
Yeah,
can go
it's
to
nice.
Goodwill and get one for like $10.
Right? Yeah. All you need to do
It's
is
nothing to
just
get a second monitor.
get the second
No,
monitor,
I
get an
don't-
HDMI
I just,
cable.
Like I can't decide if I want to do a second monitor on the desk
What I would do,
or if I want to remount one.
what I would do if I was you.
Hold my breath real quick.
Do you have a laptop or something? Okay, here's what you do then. You take your laptop, you tape it to the back of that monitor, or you Velcro it. No, listen, this is a lot of us do this.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
A lot of us do this. You know, I used to stream back when I played WoW and shit. You take that laptop, okay? You go into the Windows settings, make it so that it's still running even with the lid closed. Velcro it to the back of that monitor. Put the monitor on that arm right there, and that is just your chat. But that is just for chat. And then whatever else you might want running up in the background. That way you're not hogging resources from your main computer.
I was actually thinking about that.
And then just run
There
your
was at
OBS
one
through the
point
laptop.
where I was contemplating buying like one of those little mini PCs
just to run streaming.
yes,
just for stream.
Get one with like a really good CPU and a crap GPU, and use it for editing too. Yeah,
That actually doesn't sound like a terrible idea.
yeah. I
Oh, speaking
can't
of
remember
laptops
which
and
one I
whatnot,
used.
will you take that laptop with you and figure out why it won't charge?
ain't got no gas in it.
I know what's wrong
To
with
be
it.
honest,
I know what's wrong with it.
I'll also be
Ain't got
very
no
honest.
RAM in it.
If the power cable's not with that laptop, I have no idea where it is.
Well, then no, I can't fix it. Nice.
I'll try to find it for you.
Yeah,
Right?
But like
Ethan
literally,
basically
like,
just looked at you and went, make soup without
I
water.
literally had a friend message me like 3 days ago with the same bullshit. She was like, something's wrong with my laptop. Can you come look at it? I was like, well, what's it doing? She goes, it won't turn on. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll come look at it. How old is it? She goes, well, I've had it for about 2 years and I didn't use it at all for like the last year. And I was like, okay, cool. Where's the charger at? I don't have a charger for it. Your battery's
well,
dead.
like the thing was like, I had it,
Goddamn.
I had it plugged in,
Your
and
battery's dead.
I had it plugged in. I had it off when I didn't use it. And I didn't use it for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
I go to try to use it again because I wanted to do some stuff on the on my laptop in the living room while my wife was doing stuff,
Wait.
and it just would not turn on.
Did you like have it plugged in pretty much the whole time you never used it?
Yes,
Do you think he might have fucked up the battery?
Oh,
that's
he
what I'm
definitely
thinking.
fucked
I
the
did.
battery.
Yeah.
That's what I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
Hey, my laptop is at
And,
that
well,
point
I was
now where it
expecting
won't
it.
run without the charger.
I was expecting it because I still had it plugged in too, trying to turn it on. It still wouldn't turn on. It wouldn't turn on off. I was expecting it to kind of be like how this old laptop I used to have, where you literally could just take the whole battery off the fucking
Oh
thing.
yeah, well
Yeah,
I mean you
I
still
miss those,
can
too.
remove these, but you gotta like open the shell to do it.
I was not wanting to do that.
yeah.
Oh, thank God it's not an Apple.
No.
I was about to say, I was like, if this is an
Hell
Apple product, you're
no.
shit out of luck, bro. Like,
Man,
like you
But,
don't
like, it's
take
an-
that to a
it's-
shop.
It works good. It's a great
Yeah, I don't
laptop,
know.
but I just can't get it to.
I have a
Who-
gaming laptop as my editor.
Hey.
I don't know.
Sorry, we're having this little tangent, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I want to see PC prices go down. I want to see the hardware prices go down. I'm hoping that Sony and Microsoft go back to being exclusive games, so that way I cannot wait to see the countless videos of all these professional geniuses out here that knows that economically this is going to be a bad move, and this is the end of gaming. Like we haven't already been into thresholds of the end of gaming.
Dude, it's been the end of gaming since 2007.
This is going to be a net positive for Sony. This is be a positive for Sony. Microsoft, I don't think there's enough goodwill left in the tank that anybody's going to be like, okay, so I've been playing Gears of War on my PC for, 15 years now, and all of a sudden I can't? Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Did anybody notice that everyone kind of gave the fuck up on VR?
Because VR's trash.
almost spit out.
Like, sorry. No, I was just thinking about that. Whenever you were talking, I was just like, man, I haven't really seen any big titles come out for VR at all.
I have a Quest 3 gathering dust in this desk right
Damn.
now.
I got a Quest 2.
It's because VR sucks.
Yeah, it's
Look,
not fun. It really isn't.
It was
anything-
fun the first like 3 days I was playing
it's
it.
niche.
It's
You know?
niche, and
It's-
anything that has to go deeper into I just grab controller and play, or I just grab mouse keyboard and play. Anything that comes between you and that experience, any further steps you have to take,
Right,
Bro.
because when you're doing VR, you got to make sure everything's plugged in, everything's mirroring correctly to your headset.
For me, like with VR, like you could just take VR out of the question. Either give me just my regular, like, keyboard and mouse or, controller, or you knock me the fuck out and put my consciousness in the video game. I don't care for this in between.
Right, Matrix my ass.
Yeah,
I'm
into
just
the
gonna
game.
say this. This is I'm the king of controversy. I think I miss 3D. I
What
miss
happened to 3D movies, man?
I miss 3D.
Right, yeah, like
You know, the last 3D movie I went and watched was Beauty and the Beast with my wife. They had some special. They were bringing it back, and it was going to be in 3D.
I think I watched a Marvel movie in 3D.
Yeah.
I think I was there
We
with
were in
you.
high school.
Which
Yeah.
Avengers was it?
I think it was the first.
Endgame.
Wasn't it? No, they didn't have 3D for Endgame,
yeah,
did they?
No,
No, they did.
we were already out of high school.
I didn't know.
Wait,
I
what's
didn't
the
know that
one-
all the Avengers games were.
What's the one where everybody died?
That's Endgame.
That's
Yeah, no, it
Endgame.
was Endgame.
No,
No,
we were still in high school?
no. Infinity War.
Infinity War. Thank you. It was Infinity War.
They all die in Infinity War, and then it comes to a conclusion in Endgame.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
pleb.
We watched that in 3D.
You better not tell me right now you have a tattoo of Tony Stark on your butt cheek. You're
Not
gonna
on
have to
my
get
butt
that.
cheek.
You're gonna get that lasered off
I
until
like
you've
Hulk
earned it.
more.
I didn't know that they were still doing 3D movies for the Avenger movies that damn long in.
Well, but they traded out the fucking red and blue glasses for the fucking
I was about to say,
IMAX
to be
one.
fair, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
when they swapped to like IMAX 3D, it was a lot easier to make those movies 3D.
Yeah.
Because
I
like
just miss 3D.
because back in the day, for instance, Spy Kids 3D,
Yeah.
you had to. I'm pretty sure they had to pretty much. So they would render the movie regularly, and then they would have to completely re-render it with all the blue and red shit, so that they could actually properly make it 3D.
Yep.
When you watched it, and if you tried to watch it without 3D glasses, it just gave you a migraine.
And I'll be
what
honest,
was-
it was so disorienting.
What did we agree
even
was
with
the
them.
last one to be in 3D? Was it Infinity War or Endgame?
I think
Were all of them in 3D?
I don't.
I think they
remember.
have the option.
Because I'm trying to do the
I
math
don't know.
here. I suspect this is what 26. I think we'll see 3D come back around again in 42. Because that's how the cycle works. It goes away for a while.
Well,
Now
no,
we have OLED
they-
technology coming out.
experience.
They have come out with some movies that kind of have like, the 4D experience,
Mhm.
where like your chair shakes and rattles, you get gusts
Yeah,
of air in your freaking
This
face.
whole fucking theater is the screen.
All the haptic.
Yeah,
haptic
have you
is
seen the
dumb.
Matrix
Haptic
theater?
is
I
dumb.
kind of think some of that's dumb.
Yeah.
There's I don't know where it's at, but it's or the actual name of it, but it's like a Matrix. They just play the Matrix, but the whole fucking room is the whole
Now,
screen.
I would
So, like,
totally
when it's,
watch The Matrix like
Yeah,
that.
I've seen clips. It looks dope.
Specifically The Matrix, though. You probably couldn't
OG
get me to
Matrix.
sit in like.
That
yeah,
sounds like
you
one
probably
of those
couldn't get me to
places
sit
I'd
and
eat a
watch it
big ass dinner before I went to it. Just for fun.
and shit my brains out in the seat.
It'd be the one
Throw up all
time
over the
I
place.
do acid again.
That'd be the
Bro,
best way
hey,
to
In
experience
that
it.
clip, one of the first rules you say is don't watch TV. You know that, right?
No, no. I was just saying that you can watch TV, Ethan. I mean, hell, I was watching YouTube. It's just while I was watching TV, it melted off the fucking wall and started spinning, but the audio was still there. But I just didn't know what was going on.
It's just the audio's are distorting. It's just leche jalapeno.
I think
Dude,
VR.
I was watching Smitty.
The tracks, actually.
Okay, what if we had the headset, but you still used. Like, I'm trying to think of VR could be very successful if you're just sitting down.
Well, that's
You know what I mean?
Well,
that's
they
how
have
it started.
games and ways you can
Yeah,
play
no,
like
but
that.
I mean, like, that was full blown. That was it.
Yeah, that's how it started off back in the day. You
Yeah,
sat in the
well,
chair and you had the headset on. You looked
Do
around
not
and moved the
tell me-
controller.
I was there when the ancient texts were written.
Do not
Okay.
recite the deep magics to me, which I was there when it was written.
But I think that needs to be the future. If VR is to even have a chance of staying relevant, I mean, it's not very relevant right now still, but for it to become more relevant would be you have to take out as much of the middle between you and the experience.
VR headsets are the fucking Teslas of the gaming industry talk.
I mean,
Well-
if I can be using my controller sitting down and still getting the full VR experience without the motion is the problem.
Well, I actually
Motions were cool back with the
I
Wii.
like the motion.
No, motion was cool back with the Wii. 200 million
old.
people loved it
Right.
and
Can't
said,
move.
"Yeah, okay, I'm kind of done." And we haven't wanted motion control back since the fucking Wii, but it just keeps getting shoved down our throats.
well, like we're shitting on VR right now a little bit. One of my favorite games to do at, like, for instance, the
Shitting simulator and VR.
camera went down. And
A
we're probably gonna record for
shitting
another 10 minutes.
simulator in VR.
Hang on. But one of my favorite, like, kind of like arcade games to do, like, for instance, when we go to that big bowling alley place in Tyler. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say the name.
Bob's Big Bowling.
Sure. But they have the little 4-player VR game
Yeah.
that you can sit there and play. And you can actually kind of like walk around it. I really enjoy
Like in your own little
being
spot.
able to play VR
4-play
and
VR.
walk around. Like, and actually like walk around in the world I'm doing stuff
Yeah,
in.
that's what I
find
want.
Maybe
and
get some
doing
walking
stuff.
around money. Your character's name could be Gator.
So it was so funny whenever we were doing the zombie mode. Remember? It just I remember just like looking down and be like, ah, damn it, swinging at the dude with my gun and be like,
You
wait a
know,
minute, I have a gun. Bam!
That's a kind of game I think would suck in VR, to be honest, is a zombie survival game, because we already all know we're all seasoned vets. Headshot. And in VR, it'd be even easier to get a headshot. I think it'd actually be really boring.
I did play the Walking Dead game that they have in VR.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more stressful.
Well, Ethan, I don't know if you know this, but so a lot of the times when you have a gun and your assailant may
Device.
have some kind of when you have a pew pew and your assailant may have some kind of short-ranged melee device or their hands, you only have about 15 feet to kill them.
No, I know.
Once they start reaching that 15-foot gap, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Adrenaline's going too much. You're not gonna hit them. Like,
Oh, and
I
have
know
you-
everyone thinks they're like, no, they're point blank. It's like, no, dumbass. You're like, yeah, you have a chance to hit them, sure, but if they're already that fucking close to you, you're dead.
And have you seen that ridiculous thing for VR now? It's like a harness you walk on, so that way you use it to walk.
Mhm.
So you're actually walking. Guys, fucking stop. Okay? This is not the avenue. This is not the path to be pursuing.
One of my favorite ones. I know we just took a shit on haptics a second ago, but one of my favorite little clips I've seen is this dude playing like a Call of Duty or something with a haptic suit on. He's like, so every time I get shot in the game, I'm gonna feel it because this thing's gonna just zap the piss out of me.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there and just like writhing in pain on the floor.
You can't tell me during R&D that people don't realize this is not going to fucking be fun. Like, Carl comes in, guys, a vest where you get shot, you fucking feel it. And it'll work, be compatible with Call of Duty first. No, bro, that's stupid.
If you want to
yeah,
do
'cause
that, go play paintball.
Right? Like,
God, right? Get out, touch
How about
grass.
this? Go get an MLB pro leaguer to throw a fucking fastball at your chest.
And then
all
you
right?
have the
and tell me
stupid-
how you feel.
The walking platform. I don't want... How many miles do you think you put in Skyrim? You want to walk those fucking miles?
Yeah, just get a fucking treadmill, dude. Like,
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this episode 16 of the Evening Shift podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
As
forget about
always,
our secret episodes.
Yep. Don't forget about secret episodes. They pop up from time to time.
And the hub.
No.
Follow us on
The
TikTok,
Evening
Facebook,
Shift
whatever we're
Uncut.
on. Just look for us at the Evening Shift podcast. Thank you and good night.